Welcome back to We Rock at Math with Miss Catherine, where math videos are made easy and faster for you. Today's topic is multiplying whole numbers with fractions. In our other instructional videos, we learned how to add and subtract fractions. Multiplying fractions is a bit more easy than adding and subtracting. So let's get into these 4 examples. We have 4 steps listed here that will help us solve these problems. We're going to follow them one by one. First step, put denominator of 1 over the whole number. So this is the whole number, and we're just going to put a 1 over it. So this way, we're not changing the value of the fraction, and it gets a denominator. It'll be easier to have 2 numerators and 2 denominators. Second step, simplify the fraction if needed. We have our fraction here, and it's always easier to simplify this first before multiplying, so it can save you some time. So let's rewrite this problem. 3 over 1 times 2 over 8. Find the greatest common factor between 2 and 8, which is 2. And rewrite this again. 3 over 1 times 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now we just multiply the numerators across. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. That is the short and simple way to do it. If you were to just multiply straight across, you could do that too. You would end up with 6 over 8. Then you just simplify. Find the greatest common factor between 6 and 8, which is 2. Divide top and bottom by 2. And you get 3/4. In an example like this, it's okay if you multiply the numerator straight across before simplifying the fraction. But in an example like number 2, you want to simplify this one first, because in this example, you see the fraction is larger than the one in the first example. So anyway, going back to the first example, the final answer is 3/4. Let's look at number 2. We have 10 times 10 over 24. We're going to put a denominator of 1 over this whole number. Then copy this down again. Times, so you have 10 over 1 times, and we can simplify this. Let's write the fraction down first. And you want to find the greatest common factor between 10 and 24, which would be 2. So you divide top and bottom by 2. And we're going to simplify this. 10 over 1 times 10 divided by 2 is 5. 24 divided by 2 is 12. Now we multiply the numerators across. 10 times 5. Let's write over here. 10 times 5 is 50. 1 times 12 is 12. Now you see we have an improper fraction where the numerator is greater than the denominator, and we don't want that. We always want a proper fraction. So in order to have a proper fraction, we can change it into a whole number. And in order to do that, we're going to divide the numerator by the denominator. So let's divide here. 50 on the inside and 12 on the outside. 12 goes into 50 4 times. 12 times 4 is 48. $50 minus 48 is 2. So our mixed number, we have a whole number and a fraction. The whole number is going to be the quotient, which is a 4. Our fraction part, the numerator is going to be this remainder, which is the 2. And denominator stays the same, which is the 12. Now we can still simplify this because we have another common factor between 2 and 12 besides 1, which would be 2. So we want to divide top and bottom by 2. Which equals 4. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So our final answer is 4 and 1/6. Moving on to number 3. We have 5 times 6 over 12. First, put a denominator over 1 over the whole number. Next, you can simplify the fraction. Let's rewrite this. 5 over 1 times 6 over 12. Find the greatest common factor. That's how we would simplify. We can use the common factor of 6. That would be the greatest common factor between 6 and 12. Divide top and bottom by 6. 5 over 1 times 6 divided by 6 is 1. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Now we just multiply the numerators across. 5 times 1 equals 5. Then multiply the denominators across. 1 times 2 is 2. We have an improper fraction, which means we need to change this into a proper fraction, which means we need to convert it into a mixed fraction. Let's rewrite it here. Let's just write it down again so we have more room. 5 over 2. We're just going to divide 5 on the inside, 2 on the outside. 2 goes into 5 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. put a subtraction sign. 5 minus 4 is 1. Our mixed number would be equal to the whole number, which is the 2 over here. And we have our fraction, which is going to be this remainder for the numerator of the fraction, and the denominator is going to be the same, this 2. So our final answer is 2.5. Very last example, number 4. We have 6 times 4 over 16. First step, put the 6 over a 1. Next, simplify the fraction. So let's rewrite this again. 6 over 1 times 4 over 16. Find the greatest common factor, which should be 4. Divide top and bottom by 4. So we have 6 over 1 times 1 over 4. Now we multiply straight across. 6 times 1 equals 6. 1 times 4 equals 4. We have 6/4, which is an improper fraction. And let's convert this into a mixed number. Six over 4, 6 on the inside, 4 on the outside. 4 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. Put a subtraction sign. Subtract. 6 minus 4 is 2. So our answer, put the whole number, which is the 1. Our remainder, which is the 2, as the numerator. And our denominator, which is the 4. And we can simplify this even further. We can divide the top and bottom by 2. That's our greatest common factor. We have 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So our final answer is 1.5. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you found this video on multiplying whole numbers with fractions was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Until then, keep rocking at math, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.